There. In this session, I want to consider how to choose appropriate technology to build your website. In a previous session, I've spoken about the importance of defining goals, understanding your audiences and the tasks you want your audiences to be able to do. So in this session, I'm going to focus on the budgetary options because people usually have an idea of what they have available to spend. Clearly, your spend should be based on the return on investment you anticipate getting from your website. And this will generally be calculated in terms of how the site will earn you money, save you money or time, or increase your capability to serve your audiences. In some cases, you may have obtained a grant that gives you a specific amount you can spend. So I'm hoping that this session will help you work out what the budgetary options are for you. However you determine your budget, it's essential that you factor in two things: how much the site will cost you to develop, and this will include the work that your staff will need to put into design and project manage and contribute content to the site. And the other thing, of course, is how much the site will cost you to maintain over time. And maintenance includes amounts paid to third parties like hosting companies, and the work your staff will need to do to keep the website up to date. If you are developing a website, there are basically three levels of expense. The least expensive option is called software as a service, or SaaS. These are services that you subscribe to for a monthly fee, and there are many such SaaS or software as a service offerings available, and you are probably already using some of them for things like online surveys and e-newsletters. Well, they exist, of course, for the building of websites as well. The second level of expense is a custom-built site using a content management system or CMS, such as WordPress or Joomla. And the third level of expense is a fully custom build where something is designed and programmed from scratch because the requirements you have are not served by any generic platforms such as content management systems or subscription services. Let's consider the merits of these options in turn. Okay, starting with software as a service, or SaaS. These subscription services enable you to construct a website for a comparatively low price. If you have some design and web communication skills, you may be able to set one up for yourself, although you will usually get a better result if you have an experienced web developer to assist you. The art of choosing an appropriate service is to define the goals of your website and the tasks that you want your audiences to do, as we've discussed previously. Then you need to check very carefully the feature set offered by the subscription service to make sure that it can support what you need. Care in choosing the right platform and the right template will save you headaches later on. Squarespace is an example of a software as a service website building platform. Weebly and Wix are others that you may have heard of. If you can find a service that will deliver what you need, the advantages are that they offer you stylish out-of-the-box designs, low development cost because you don't need a programmer to construct your website, and low maintenance cost as your subscription covers hosting and technical and security updates. The downside of using a SaaS or software as a service website is if the template can't do what you need. For example, SaaS websites are good for smaller websites with no more than 2 levels to your menu hierarchy. But if you need to put a substantial knowledge base online, they may well frustrate you. SaaS websites may lack features that are valuable for a content-rich site. For example, they generally do not have version control or the ability to roll back to a previous version of your page. That said, if you can live within the limits of what's offered, they're a very cost-effective way to go for getting a stylish website. Okay, the next level of option that I want to consider in terms of budget is a custom-built site using a content management system or CMS. With this option, you commission a web development company to design and build a website for you. The advantages of this approach are a greater range of functionality than SaaS websites offer, the ability to handle more sophisticated designs. You can have a visual design that is fully centered on your brand. With a SaaS website, you tend to be just choosing a template and popping your logo in a corner. With a custom-built site, you can have your entire choice of style, font, brand, and so on. The disadvantages of custom-built sites are they are more costly to design and build than a SaaS website, and you have to commission hosting. You will also need someone with web development skills to do all of the technical and security updates. And these are very important. If you don't keep your website up to date, it will be hacked. The third option, in budgetary terms, the most expensive, is the fully bespoke or designed and programmed from scratch. Now, this option is worth considering if you've identified a need for which there is no viable approximation available in the marketplace. The advantages of a bespoke build are principally that you can do something that is targeted to a special or unusual need. You can have full control of the functionality and experience. The downside is expense, fact that you have to make all of the decisions. It's the old Spider-Man thing. With great power comes great responsibility and, dare I say it, great capacity to stuff things up. So there's a much greater risk of scope creep with a fully bespoke project. And there can be a danger of excessive dependence on a single web development provider. If you genuinely have an idea that needs bespoke development, it may be the thing that turbocharges your success, but go warily. Make sure that you research thoroughly first to make sure that what you need doesn't already exist. Commission a web development company that is experienced in both designing and maintaining custom software. Do a prototype and test the idea with real users before you invest in full production. To sum up, in broad terms, you have three budgetary options. The lowest budget is SaaS, or software as a service, where you subscribe to a service that offers you off-the-peg website designs that you can put your content into, and that can offer quite a surprising range of functionality. Medium budget option is a custom-built website using a CMS or a content management system. And the most expensive is fully bespoke software that is designed and programmed from scratch to serve an unusual need. If this has been helpful to you, and obviously I hope it has been, please feel free to like or share this content using the links below. Thanks.